Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Curtis, and up on the bench we have a GM Turbo 400. This one was pulled from a 1990 C2500. I don't know too much about the history of this particular transmission. Let's get down to it. We'll start by pulling our shift linkage off. Let's take our governor cover off. We'll slide out our governor. Pull our modulator bracket off. Have to make sure we get our modulator valve out as well. Grab it with our fingers. Out that comes. Then we'll remove the O-ring for it. Next up, we'll get our yoke off. Next, we'll crack off our tail housing here. Now I suppose we'll get to our pan. We'll flip it over, we'll get some fluid draining out of it. One's loose. So that one's loose, that one's hand tight, that one's hand tight, that one's tight. Oh, that one's hand loose, that one's missing. Oh, that one's loose. And you wonder why there's gunk everywhere. I doubt these are supposed to be that loose. With our one left in there, I'm going to try and loosen up our pan. That keeps our pan from flying off. Now we have access to our valve body and our low reverse piston. This little guy just comes on. It's a bit of pressure switch, it looks like. Out comes a bunch more fluid. Loosen up our governor tubes. Here's our valve body. The servo and spring. Next we'll take off our separator plate and gasket. In here we'll remove all our little check balls. If I'm not mistaken, there should be 6 in total. 5, 6, oh, looks like there's a number 7 here. This is our low reverse piston. We're going to leave our parking ball and shift selector in here. Now, pull our pump out. Very simple transmission, not a lot to them. So we got all our bolts out for the pump. Next, we're going to get in behind here and get our pump out. There's our pump. So after our pump comes out, we'll pull out our input drum. There's it in its entirety. Out comes our direct drum. Okay. And the band for that. Oh, one thing I forgot that we should do now before we go any farther is right here there's a bolt. It's a thin wall 3/8 12 point. That's essential. That goes right into your center support. Without that removed, you won't be able to get the center support out. There's that bolt. So now let's continue inside. Next, we have our snap ring that we have to pull out for our intermediate clutch. Our snap ring rides along the ridges in here and retains our intermediate clutch pack. And there comes that. There comes our intermediate clutch pack. All our frictions and steels. The next is another snap ring in here. After you get your intermediate clutch out, there'll be one more snap ring right behind it. So this is what you wouldn't be able to get out without removing that bolt. There we go. Then outsides both our center support and the planetary. and a few of our thrust washers. Next, we'll pull out our sun shaft, sun gear, another snap ring that just came out, contain the back side of our center support. Oh, here's where that bolt goes into on the center support. That's why it's so important to get that out. You physically will not be able to continue without doing so. Then we got our band, our low reverse supply band. Now we have output planetary and our main shaft. And with that, we have, last little thrust plate. Oh, and of course our speed sensor, which I believe is now held in with just a seal. And with our governor gone, we can look down in there and we can see right here the back side of that. So we'll gently get on the back side and tap on the actual housing, not the sensor. And here's that. So I was tapping along this ridge. You don't want to damage this pickup. And for that, we have a fully emptied case. So we have our transmission fully disassembled into its core units, core assemblies. I'm not going to go any further into these. They're just clutch packs. Our individual pieces. We have our case, gel housing, our pump, our input drum, center support, direct drum, intermediate clutches, our planetary, the sun gear for it. We have here our main shaft and our output shaft planetary, our low reverse servo, our governor, the other servo that's inside the valve body, speed sensor, our vacuum modulator, our hardware for the pan minus a bolt, and our valve body bolts, our shift lever, this little guy, which I've yet to find out what it is. And in our pan here, it's all messy. It's just our valve body, our separator plate, our filter, and our pan. So check out the Valorous Wrecking eBay store. The link will be either up top or in the description. Thank you very much for watching.